93% on Steam, 9 out of 10 on IGN, 89% on Metacritic, 93% on Humble Bundle. Borderlands 2 is one of the highest rated games ever. It is one of the best games rated of all time, and especially perceived by the community, it is arguably the best game ever. It definitely holds the title for the best shooter-looter game ever, but what is a game like this, with this high of ratings, like in 2021? I bought the Handsome Collection on Steam, I downloaded that bitch, and then I hopped into it, and I played it for a couple of hours. The first thing that happened was just incredible nostalgia, just blasted me in the face. I mean, just absolutely blasted me in the face. I loved it. It just immediately brought back all of these memories of me gaming and grinding on this game back in the day. I've got like 4 weeks on Borderlands 2 on my Xbox One, so I've played a lot of this game, and coming back to it after so long brought back so many memories, and I knew that I was gonna be in for a treat. Borderlands is one of those games, it's a shooter-looter, alright? So it's one of those games where all you do outside of the storyline is just farm for better loot, and that sounds really boring, but Borderlands does it in just the best way it possibly can, where it makes it just so much fun and it makes it so entertaining, especially because the characters are so damn funny and entertaining to play as and to play with that it just makes it so much fun.
You'll never take me alive, you robotic son of a bitch!
Claptrap's funny as dick. Hammerlock's weird, kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about.
A pleasure to meet you, Vault Hunter. I am Sir Hammerlock.
Handsome Jack is the best villain of all time. Just, there is no debating. Handsome Jack is the best villain of all time.
Hey, how did Brussels suck? How's your day been, buddy?
The bosses you can fight in this game are phenomenal. The overall experience of Borderlands 2 is just so much fun. The first thing that I noticed upon returning to Borderlands 2 was how fun the gunplay was. I had forgotten how much fun it is to just run around and gun enemies down. And it's a good thing that this is fun in this game, because that is a very large portion of what you do the entire time. But it is so much fun. The gunplay is unlike anything I really have experienced. I really love the gunplay in Borderlands 2. Of course, there's also the looting aspect that I absolutely love. There is not a game out there that does it better than Borderlands 2 or the Borderlands series in general as far as looting goes. There's so many weapons, there's so many shields, there's so many different pieces of loot to choose from. It kind of makes you go insane, but in a good way. There's just so much to do, there's so much to upgrade, there's always different types of weapons to use. It's just so much fun to go throughout the game, and every time you use a different build or you use a different gun, it just feels like you're playing a whole different game, you know what I mean? So the fact that there's a lot of variety in the weapons you choose is just amazing, and that immediately dives into the character and the skill trees. There are so many different ways you can build out your characters to completely revamp and change the way that you play the game. I had so much fun just completely changing my Maya the entire time I was playing as her. There's so many different play styles and different ways that you can play the game. Oh my gosh. I personally love phase locking a ton. So I really focused on phase locking and making that as overpowered as possible, increasing the duration of my phase lock, giving myself the life healing orbs that heal you when you kill someone while they're phase locked. There's just a ton of different abilities you could use in order to make your phase locking even more powerful, and that goes for all of the characters. You can just completely pimp out a certain aspect of a character that you like and just make it really overpowered. There is nothing in this world that I love more than boss battles. And Borderlands has the best boss battles ever. I completely forgot about this while playing. Alright, I completely forgot about it. But when I got to my first few boss fights, I remembered just how much fun it is to fight bosses. In fact, we love it so much in the community here that we will farm the same boss over and over just to get their legendary weapon. It is so much fun, and it's such an adrenaline rush to actually get the weapon that you're looking for. Oh, when you have finally built your character to exactly what you want, and you go and you fight a boss and you just completely cream them, there's literally nothing better. There is not anything better. So as I said, we're only a few minutes into my gameplay of returning to Borderlands 2, and I'm already just smacked across the face. I'm beaten up by nostalgia, alright? They kicked me to the curb, they f***ed me into the dirt, nostalgia just smacked my cheeks. I'm loving it, okay? I'm loving it. The boss battles, oh my gosh, I creamed Knuckle Dragger, alright? Creamed him. And then Captain Flint was a lot of fun to fight. It's like strategic, but not too much in the way where you really need to know what you're doing. It's just fun. It's just plain old fun. There's literally no other way to say it. It's just a lot of fun to fight bosses and to fight enemies in this game. Just running and gunning is just so much fun. The other thing I had completely forgotten about is not only the variety of side missions that there are, but how fun they are. I know that the story's great, okay? I played this story 10 million times. I know that the storyline of Borderlands 2 is amazing, but I completely forgot how much fun the side quests were. They're so quirky, they're so different, they're funny. A lot of them are out of pocket, but they're just very entertaining. They're very entertaining side quests. I don't think I've played a game where the side stuff you do is as fun and entertaining as Borderlands. Plus, as I mentioned, there is a large variety of them. There's a very large variety of side quests to do in Borderlands 2. As well as that, there's a lot of different areas that you can explore. There's a lot of cool different terrains, different areas, and just different places that you can do different side quests in with all these goofy characters that you meet throughout the storyline. Again, these characters are incredibly engaging. The creators of Borderlands 2 did a phenomenal job engaging you with the storyline by making the characters funny and relatable and cool, and I don't know, they just make the characters really, really well. They just do a really good job with these characters. They give them roles to play in the game and in the universe, and they do a really good job at it. And don't even get me started on the multiplayer potential with this game. It's great solo. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it's even better solo. But the tools that you have to play with your friends here, unmatched. The ability and the amount of fun you can have playing with your homeboys on Borderlands 2, there isn't another game other than Minecraft that could be as fun, alright? Borderlands 2 has some of the most fun, like the best memories I've had in gaming come from Borderlands 2 with the boys, alright? So at this point in my gameplay, I am like 3 hours into the game, just completely fallen in love, smitten by the characters all over again. I'm reminiscing all of the amazing times I've had on this game, and I'm just playing through side quests like it's nobody's business because I already know the main storyline. And the whole time I'm just wondering how I ever stopped playing this game. It very well may be the perfect game out there. There is an amazing storyline that nobody can really complain about. The gameplay, especially the gunfights, nothing matches it. The skill trees, the variety of loot, there really isn't anything wrong with this game at all, and it was very clear to me when I started replaying it again. Keep in mind, it's been years since I've played this game. So hey, if you have not played Borderlands 2 yet, you 100% should give it a shot, and it's definitely worth trying in 2021 because of how cheap it is. If you have played Borderlands 2 before, but it's been a while, you should return to it because I had a lot of fun. My Borderlands 2 experience in 2021 was absolutely phenomenal, and I'm sure yours will be too. No, this is not sponsored by Gearbox, although I wish it was. Gearbox, if you're watching this, please hit me up.